Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Chad's finding, Kayla's horrible news, Holly's visit, and EJ and Nicole's moment. Spoilers for Tuesday, February 27's episode of Days of Our Lives indicate that Everett Lynch informs Chad DiMera about Bobby Stein. Kayla Johnson, who plays Mary Beth Evans, brings terrible news regarding Paulina Price. Holly Jonas is visited by Johnny DiMera. Additionally, as they keep an eye on Holly, Nicole Walker DiMera and EJ DiMera share a tender moment. According to DOL teasers for Tuesday, February 27th, Everett will surprise Chad with a shocking revelation. Everett tells Chad about Bobby Stein at The Spectator. Everett is mistaken if he believed that Chad would show him consideration or sympathy. Every week, Chad gets angry at Everett in a promo video. Chad gets upset since he doesn't even know who Everett is. At that moment, the camera pans to Everett, who is grinning somewhat. Kayla is about to deliver a bombshell on Abe Carver and Chanel Dupree, Raven Bowens, on Tuesday, February 27th. Since the announcement is made while Paulina is sleeping, it is most likely regarding her health. Paulina had surgery for thyroid cancer, but after the procedure, she suffered a heart attack. Lonnie Price grant tears to Abe over Paulina in a weekly preview clip. Thus, Kayla's shocking revelation on Paulina's condition could be disastrous. Spoilers for Tuesday, February 27's episode of Days of Our Lives indicate that Nicole and EJ will have a tender moment. EJ and Nicole connect while observing an unconscious Holly. Although Nicole is grateful for everything EJ is doing, all she wants is for her little baby to wake up. It is hinted that Johnny will visit Holly on Tuesday, February 27th. Holly wakes up early this week, which is confirmed, although it's thought to be after Johnny's visit. But the mystery and drama won't end when Holly awakens. When Holly wakes up, she'll say she doesn't remember doing drugs. Holly is probably lying to protect herself, based on the guilty expression on her face and the way she is averting Nicole's gaze. But what does this signify for Jamie Martin Mann's character Tate Black's future? Tate is depending on Holly to clear him, thus the teen boy's life could be irreparably damaged by the memory lapse. Tripp and Wendy pondered the duration of their confinement within the warehouse. Tripp estimated that it had lasted for 1 or 2 days, but Wendy believed it had taken considerably longer. Is it getting closer to the walls? She questioned Tripp. Her hands were shaking, and she started to hyperventilate. A worried Tripp told her to slow her breathing and concentrate on him. After Wendy calmed down, Tripp stated he thought she might have suffered a panic attack. Tripp declared his intention to stay put, to which Wendy jokingly replied that he was stuck with little choice. In an attempt to divert her attention, Wendy confided in Tripp about her family's relocation from Hong Kong to India, recalling her childhood tomboyish behavior and friendship with a skateboarder. Tripp felt that discussing his own upbringing would be too depressing. Rather, he amused Wendy with anecdotes from his medical school days, such as the occasion when a patient ingested eardrops and the old patient who made advances toward him. Wendy knew Tripp was terrified, but she also understood that he was trying to be strong for her. Reminding her that he was actually more pissed off, but he thought as long as they remained upbeat, everything will work out. Goldman came in while they were planning how to escape. She insisted that Tripp produce a scripted video. Reluctantly, Tripp consented after Goldman threatened to kill Wendy if she refused or attempted to transmit a concealed message. In a hospital room, Everett and Stephanie were waiting for Marlena. Everett revealed that he was afraid even though he was feeling better and was less lightheaded. Marlena informed them that Everett's severe brain damage had been confirmed by a CT scan when she came in. Marlena was informed about what had happened in the pub by both Stephanie and Everett. When Marlena questioned Everett about his response to Jada's charges, he replied that although he was offended by her combative demeanor, he also felt bad for her. Everett told Marlena that Jada had taken his fingerprints and verified that he was, in fact, Robert Stein. He claimed he was losing his mind and that he had no memory of Jada or their connection. Following Stephanie's disclosure to Marlena on her prior interactions with Everett and the accident, they discussed whether the injury might have contributed to his memory loss. Marlena attested to the possibility that Everett's previous memories were effectively erased by a brain injury, which may have resulted in dissociative or traumatic amnesia. Everett lamented that he was struggling with the notion that he didn't know himself at all, just as he had pulled his life together and moved past the accident. He insisted that Robert Stein is a stranger to me because he did not want to accept that he could have been so callous and deceitful. Marlena requested permission to access his medical records and advised him against conjecturing. Stephanie told Everett that he wouldn't be going through this alone once Marlena left. He got a call telling him to come to the police station, which cut them short. When Marlena saw Kayla, she was informed that Harris had come out of his coma. As they discussed Everett, Kayla inquired as to Marlena's opinion. Marlena revealed that while the tests had shown a brain damage, memory loss could not be verified. When Kayla questioned Marlena about the possibility that Everett was lying, Marlena was worried. Now that Harris was awake, Rafe grinned and said, "Welcome back." However, by the time Kayla came in, Harris seemed to have fallen back asleep. When Kayla asked, Rafe informed her that Harris had remained silent. Kayla tried to wake him up, and Harris woke up again. He asked where he was and what had happened right away. Harris inquired as to whether they had captured Clyde after Rafe informed him that he had been shot. Rafe stated that although they had come near, they had not yet succeeded. Rafe disclosed that Harris had been heading to a meeting at the loading docks when he was shot because Harris had asked for additional information about what had occurred to him. Asking Harris directly if he knew who had shot him was Rafe's question. A joyful calling Harris awake was a response to Ava's prayers. "No," Stefan yelled out, leaving Ava to wonder what the hell he meant. Stefan said that he was merely concerned about Clyde's response after flashing back to shooting Harris. Ava, infuriated, questioned Stefan about his relevance. She was waiting for an update and was getting impatient. When Kayla came over and informed them that Harris was awake and talking, she felt a sense of relief. However, Stefan became concerned when Ava inquired about what Harris had said. Rafe came out of the hospital room telling them that Harris did not recall the shooting, just as Stefan was about to confess to Ava. Through the glass of the hospital room, Ava met Harris's gaze, and the two smiled at each other, Stefan looking uncomfortable in the background. When they are sound sleeping, EJ and Nicole are startled by a voice coming from another room. Holly calls out, "Mom," as she eventually emerges from her coma. The pair bolts from the bed and rushes to Holly's side. It's time for Holly to respond to some tough inquiries regarding the drugs she overdosed on New Year's Eve after getting back in touch with the adolescent. "Tell us," EJ prods. Nicole asks, "Where did you get the drugs?" Will Holly accept responsibility for what transpired? Will she choose to lie, take the simple route, and let Tate get away with it? Paulina's health is rapidly declining, so Eli and Lonnie, two very valued family members, travel to Salem to support her. Chanel tells her mother some amazing news first. She informs her that her elder sister's prison sentence has finished, saying, "Lonnie's been released." Even though Lonnie is reassuring and strong by Paulina's bedside, she eventually tells Abe how she really feels. She starts to him what Mama's going through. "I'm very concerned for her.